Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. Apparently it's going to be a rainy day in South Shore. And that is where we're going to start off today. We're going to go kill some murlocs. We're probably going to kill some naga. And we will see what else we can get done here and be reasonably safe. There's a lot of quests here, but I don't think we're grabbing a lot of them. Yeti for a cloak. Hey, we can actually do this one. We can do this one because we'll be able to buy a fur cloak or a Hilliman's cloak on the auction house. Whereas we couldn't do it in solo self-found. So I'm going to grab this one, actually.
King's honor, friend. Be careful. What can I do for you, or the Alliance? Be careful.
Jason, I had an adventure with Johnny last night. Yeah. Yeah, if you want a little bit of excitement, check out like the last 5 minutes of the Warrior stream from last night.
Go with honor, friend.
It was pretty chaotic. I still haven't watched it back, so I don't really know like how we got aggro on everything. I mean, I know how I got aggro on most of it. I wandered pretty close to a pack. I'm not sure how I got aggro from Hogger and his entourage. I feel like the one guy went down, somebody else came up to help him. If they were too late, they were never going to be able to help him. Just like we were never going to be able to help him. It was like a level 11 guy. It was a level 11 warrior that decided to try to solo Hogger. But then I think it was a pally that ran up and tried to help him too late. And then that pally got all the aggro. And I'm pretty sure that pally either healed me or blessed me or did something so that I got Hogger onto my aggro chain. So I can't think of any other way that we would have got Hogger. It was really something. He healed Johnny, then bubbled. Okay, was that what it was, Justin? I knew it had to be something like that. I knew that he had to have gone out of his way to get us on the aggro chain. Yeah, because like we had a bunch of stuff anyway. Like I kind of got distracted by the person who like went to solo Hogger, and Johnny had pulled the camp. And then I had pulled a couple guys back, and we were dealing with it, and we probably would have been able to deal with everything we had. And then Hogger and his entourage came out of nowhere. And yeah, it makes sense. He healed Johnny, and then he bubbled himself and probably took off.
See you later.
Yeah, he did that because, like, I don't know if he expected me. He should never have helped. That guy was dead. That's why I didn't try to intervene. Dude was level 11. He pulled Hogger and a bunch of other enemies. Like, he was never going to live. And, like, maybe if all three of us had helped, if I hadn't left Johnny back at a camp fighting other gnolls, maybe we all three, but he was so dead by the time the paladin even showed up. What's funny is that we didn't die. He did his best to get us killed, you know, but we didn't die. Yeah, he melted. It was a level 11 warrior, and he just like he looked around, and then he charged right at Hogger. Like, why would you do that? He probably thought like, yeah, someone's gonna help me. Well, no, not in that situation. Sorry, can't do it. Yeah, Jason, exactly. I have the 8% speed increase, and Johnny popped sprint right at the last moment and got into the water. And like without those, then yeah, we probably would have died. Absolutely. Because we had a bunch of mobs on us. And we probably could have dealt with everything except for Hogger. That was the problem. Mark, check out the last 5 minutes of last night's Warrior VOD. Yeah, just the last 5 minutes of it. Alright, how do I want to do this? This just looks like complete crap. I don't want any part of this, I don't think. We're all standing here trying to figure out how to pull it. You guys go over that way, I'll go this way. Well, that's not gonna help. Oh, maybe I don't want to be here. I for some reason I thought maybe South Shore would be like a good place to start things off today. But already I'm regretting all my choices. Yeah, it's already bad. I thought level 30 murlocs, that's gonna be better than like level 36 raptors. No, apparently not. Yeah, murlocs suck. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. maybe I'm not going to do this. It's a level 30 quest, you'd think it would be pretty simple, but if I can't pull anybody by themselves, well, let's go out to the water. Maybe I don't have any water potions though. I have no breathing potions. So, yeah. We'll see how it goes. It's gonna depend on how bad the drop rate sucks. South Shore, yeah, Hillsbred sucks for Alliance. It's such a shame because you spend a lot of time here on the Horde side and there's all kinds of stuff to do on the Horde side. And then you come here on the Alliance side, it kind of sucks. You don't spend a lot of time here, there's not a lot of stuff you can do at lower level. Like when you're on the Horde side, you get to come here at like level 25. And at level 25, right away you get a bunch of stuff to do. You come here at level 33 on the Alliance and like things are kind of too hard for you still. It's not my favorite zone for the Alliance side. We'll just kind of pick at their leavings. Yeah, we'll just be scavengers. Whatever they leave and they don't pull, we'll just kind of pick up. We'll see how long that works. Oh, hey, we got a we got a headpiece. It's our first headpiece. I'm gonna turn the look of it off in a minute because I think all the headpieces in vanilla look stupid. But this is one of the less obtrusive ones. Finally, it has 9 strength, 8 spirit on it, so that's cool. But I'm gonna go ahead and disable it. Okay, a group? Sure, why not a group? Interface, I have no idea where to turn this off anymore. There we go, we gotta search for everything these days. The group is not really gonna help because we need a... Oh, well, it's a kill quest. Okay, for some reason I thought it was a pick up the item quest. It is a kill quest. Okay, then the group is good. I thought we had to get items. I must have been thinking of a different murloc quest. Anubis, you might have seen, was it Holy Fire? That might have been what you saw go off. It might have been Holy Fire. I don't really want to be so far away from my group mates. If we're going to be in a group, we should probably try to stick closer to them. Sticky, they should allow Transmog in Classic. Yeah, some people would like that, some people wouldn't. You're probably not going to see Transmog in Classic era. You'll get Transmog when Cataclysm comes out. But you're not going to see it before that. The really crappy thing about Transmog is as soon as we got Transmog, you didn't have the option to hide your helmet or hide your cloak anymore. You had to go to a Transmog person to do it. So, you know, every 30 minutes when you get a new cloak or helm, you had to go back to the Transmog person and hide your cloak or helm, and I thought that was really stupid. I don't like when new systems remove quality of life stuff from the game. I like being able to turn my helmet and my cloak off. I don't think I should have to visit a Transmog person to do that. Rod, good afternoon. Yeah, Mark, it was a close one. It was very exciting, but it was a little bit too close. Especially for Johnny, poor guy got down to like 4 HP. Yeah, like grouping with me in the evening is probably not a good idea. After I eat dinner, my brain basically stops working. Which is okay for me, like I have a lot of get out of jail free buttons. But I did just kind of wander off and leave Johnny to his own camp while I watched the Hogger drama play out. I was kind of astonished because I couldn't believe the level 11 warrior had the gall to charge in on Hogger like that, surrounded by other enemies. It was literally like a train wreck. I couldn't look away from it. We are done with the quest, and we have been ejected from the group, so there we go. That works out, I guess. At least they waited till I was done with the quest to kick me out, you know. It could have been worse. Yeah, to be fair, there was no social interaction to begin with. To be fair, like we never once spoke or interacted, so it's fine. I kind of prefer it that way when I'm grouping with people that I don't know. I would rather just like come into a group, not have to say anything to anybody. We do the quest and then we leave the group. I'm completely fine with like organic grouping that does not involve communication. Like we all know what we're doing here. We're in an area with murlocs. There's a murloc quest. We kill murlocs and we go our separate ways. And with Questie, you can see when other people are done. So like they could see that I was done with the quest. Yeah, I like organic grouping that does not rely on me to communicate with humans. I know it sounds antithetical to an MMO, but that's how I've always been. I'm an antisocial person, so...
You need something? Have a good one. Good day to you. See you around.
Alright, see, yeah, now we have the item pickup. Now we need the 10... I knew there was an item we needed off these guys. Now we gotta get 10 murloc heads. Antisocial behavior is treatable. I don't want to be treated. I'm a very social person when I want to be. I taught in a classroom for 8 years. I'm doing this right now. So like I'll pick and choose when I want to be social. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to be overly social with pugs in World of Warcraft. That's not like the enjoyable kind of social to me. Yeah, being antisocial is not a disease. It's just a preference. There's no reason to treat it. Let's go, champ. You have a level 50 character in retail WoW. Is it worth playing without Dragonflight? No. It's not worth playing with Dragonflight. Understand that retail is for people that want to do endgame content, instance content, 5-man mythics, raids. Retail is for people that want to get on like a loot treadmill that never ends and you want to ride the loot treadmill every single day. It's more like a hamster wheel that you're stuck in. And no, so without access to endgame, retail is absolutely not worth playing at all. And I would say that even with access to endgame, right, unless you have a good group of people, like a static group that you enjoy playing games with, like retail's not worth it at all. There's no journey, there's no sense of like reward or meaning for a solo player in WoW retail right now. So no, it's not even worth installing the game. Unless you like the endgame loot treadmill that never ends, or you have a static group that you like to play with. It's all about the endgame content, and the endgame content is extremely shallow. And even if you get really into the endgame content, all the progress that you make is going to be reset every quarter patch. So like at every point whatever patch, you're going to have to farm up a new currency. You're going to have to do a new world event that spawns every half hour. You're going to have to get new gear. You're going to have to do it all again over and over and over again. There's no permanence. There's no lasting reward. There's no like good feelings when you've accomplished anything because it's all going to get replaced instantly. But if you have a solid group of friends that you like to play with, the game's probably fun. Yeah, but the look of it and the mechanics of it are only going to get you so many hours before you realize how shallow it is. Unless you have intrinsic motivation to play. Because there's no extrinsic motivation to play, because everything you do is shallow and meaningless. So unless you have internal motivation to play the game, it doesn't matter how shiny it is or how fun the abilities are to press, that shit's gonna wear off pretty quickly. In my opinion, which I shouldn't have to say because everything I say here is strictly my opinion. You're all welcome to have your own opinions about retail. In fact, you're welcome to go play retail right now. I don't care. I'm not gonna do it, but somebody might. If all you care about is dungeons and raids, then you probably want to play retail, but let me tell you this. If you're a solo player and you don't have a guild, you're going to have a miserable effing experience. You are going to be shat on by groups. If you don't know every single pull and every single 5-man and every single route and every single mechanic, you're going to be shat on. And it's going to be a toxic, horrible experience for you. So yeah, you can do that. You can go do raids and dungeons and retail, but I would advise you to get into a good guild of people who are not going to crap all over you as you try to reacclimate and learn the content. Because if you pug it, you're going to get demoralized out of playing pretty quickly. People do not have patience for people that want to learn how to play the new content. You know, unless you want to go watch 27 videos, I would advise finding a good guild. And that's it. That's my retail rant for the morning. Yeah, I mean, you guys know how I feel about retail. Let's just say I don't have retail installed, and I'm not going to have retail installed until 11.0 comes out. Yeah, I stick to the fact that really the only way you can enjoy content in retail WoW at endgame is if you have a solid guild. And that's true of any game. If you have a solid guild of people that you like, you can probably enjoy the content in almost any online game. I am really surprised this other guy did not pull. Oh, now he pulls. Of course, now he pulls. Yeah, that's another point. Any game that sells you the ability to skip all the leveling process is never going to be a game that creates compelling or meaningful leveling. You're never going to see compelling or meaningful leveling in World of Warcraft while they're selling you a boost. And to be fair, it doesn't skip all of the leveling. It gets you into the Dragonflight leveling. It gets you into the current content, the last 10 levels. You'll have to level the last 10 levels or 5 levels or whatever on your own. But yeah, but you can skip every other part of the leveling process. And a game like that is never going to make the leveling process compelling, meaningful, enjoyable. It's not ever going to feel like a journey again. It's just, they're not going to do it. Yeah, the problem is to Blizzard, the fact that you can level up so effortlessly and meaninglessly, it's not a problem. Like, that's not a problem with the game. To them, they've fixed leveling. You know, in their minds, they fixed it. In their minds, they're like, hey, you can get to level 50 in 6 hours. We fixed it. What do you guys mean? You don't like that? We fixed it. It's not that they won't fix it. It's that they think they already did fix it. Yeah, they kept /lick, but they got rid of /spit. I feel like there's lots of situations where you need to do both of those things, in some order or another. What about the role players? You heard what I said. I said, what about the role players? What about the folks in the deep run tram? Aren't you just taking away player agency? If they can't lick and spit and slap, I think you're just taking away player agency. Some RPers are odd fellows, yeah. I've never RP'd in WoW myself, but more power to those that do. They should have all the tools they need to do whatever they do. Because ultimately, guess what? It's a game! It's a game, silly! It's not real life, or even an approximation of real life. It's just a game, and they're just emotes. They can't actually physically harm anybody. It's impossible. And if you don't like the emotes somebody is spamming you with in a game, log out, /ignore them. You have tools. I should probably empty my inventory.
Hey there.
I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't think I need the fins. I need to keep the heads. I can't sell the heads anyway. /ignore doesn't work on it. Then just actually ignore it. You can just actually ignore stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you can just actually ignore stuff. It's pretty easy to just actually ignore stuff, it turns out. I have to do it every day, multiple times a day. So I know that it's possible as a human being to just actually ignore stuff. And to like not let it affect you, because it's just a game. They lost a duel, someone called them a noob, so they reported it to Blizz as a traumatic attack. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like something somebody would do who's like extremely soft and has never encountered any pushback on anything they've done in their entire life. Starting from probably childhood, when they steamrolled over their parents for everything they ever wanted and were given it. That's called a learned behavior. People learn to be that soft. It's not something that humans innately have. It's something that is literally taught by experiences, or by the lack of experiences. Like, anybody who thinks that that's any kind of assault, go work in a kitchen where a boss is gonna scream at you because you didn't slice the tomatoes perfectly or quickly enough. Like, go work in any job in the service industry where you're gonna have bosses that literally will just yell in your face because they're having a bad day and you did something slightly off that they didn't like. And then come back and tell me that someone calling you a noob in a video game is any kind of attack. Go deal with the actual real world for a little bit and then report back. Yeah, go work in fast food where customers will literally scream in your face and throw shit at you. Sometimes actual feces. And then report back. And then tell me that anything in a video game can actually hurt you. And if you're the kind of person that can be hurt emotionally by something that happens in a video game, then you shouldn't be playing video games. I don't know what you should be doing, but you shouldn't be playing video games. You should probably be getting counseling.
See you later.
European servers are mad. It's because they don't get tips. It's not why it is. And tipping culture is bad. Alright, we still need a couple more heads. It turns out we're not quite done. Something's in the water today. We're getting all the extreme views. It's probably all the extreme viewpoints are coming out. It's probably my fault. We're so okay. There we go. I said we're so close to pull it. This guy pulled. Why did this guy pull? The Oracle was much closer to us. The Oracle did not pull at all. Suddenly, this guy gets alerted and he pulls from even farther away. Is this a spicy stream? I don't think it's too spicy. I don't know. Sometimes I express opinions that people don't expect, and then suddenly it's like a very spicy stream. I really don't know why. Red Robin, you tipped your landlord? That's horrible. you just said two things that shouldn't exist: tipping and landlords. Like two things that just shouldn't exist. Especially not in the same sentence together, but like conceivably not at all. A happy Tuesday, everybody. Maybe it's a Tuesday thing. Alright, we've got all of our murloc heads. We should get all the craziness out of our system before I go fight the Naga, because the Naga are going to require my attention. Can you duel under level 10? You can duel, but you can't duel to the death, I think, until you're what level? Is it level 19 you have to be to duel to the death? Yeah, you can duel anytime you want. But maybe you can duel to the death, you just can't get the ears. You can't get the item that you get from winning a duel to the death until you're a certain level. But I'm pretty sure you can duel whenever you want. The ears have absolutely zero use, yeah. It's just like it's a mark of how many people you've killed in duels, I guess. I don't get it, but I'm not a PvPer, so I can't be expected to understand the intrinsic motivations of people who PvP.
Hey there. you around.
They like killing other players in games. Yeah.
For the Alliance.
And so, like, I don't get it, but...
Have a good one.
Alright, deliver the murloc heads, and then he's gonna send us after Naga.
Greetings. Be careful. See you later. For the Alliance.
They like legally griefing. Yeah, but it's not griefing if the other dude agrees to it. Yeah, they like killing. They like ending somebody's progress. It's probably very gratifying for someone who loves PvP to actually kill someone's character and have them not be able to res.
Hey there.
But it can't even be called griefing because it's in the game and the other person has to click OK.
See you around.
Like, if someone comes up and challenges you to a duel to the death, they probably are pretty sure they're gonna win, you know?
For the Alliance.
And so if you're someone who just kind of accepts that all willy-nilly and takes the duel, then you probably deserve to get killed.
Good day to you. See you around.
What level is this one? This is level 32. Okay, we could probably do this. Where are the Syndicate people? Alright, Syndicate people are all the way up to the north, as well as the hulking mountain lions. Let's pop some elixirs. Okay, let's not pop elixirs. Let's fight this guy first. Yeah, I mean, realistically, I don't have really anywhere to go where I have a lot of green quests. Like, we have the one green quest back in the wetlands. We can do that. Yeah, no matter what we do right now, like, everything is going to be yellow. Whether we're in Stranglethorn, if I go to Stranglethorn, people are going to throw a fit that I'm fighting the jungle fighters, like, then I'm going to go into the cave, no one's going to be happy with that, like, no matter where I go right now, I'm kind of right at the leveling curve, and I don't have a way to get ahead of it until we're running Scarlet Monastery. Whenever we can run Scarlet Monastery a bunch of times, or maybe even, I think maybe we get to do RFK first. Alex said we could maybe do RFK around level 35. So maybe after a few runs of RFK, after a few runs of Library and Armory, then maybe we'll be back ahead of the leveling curve. And we'll be working on primarily green quests, but right now, like, green quests aren't really on the table. Even if I make my way all the way over to Durotar, or rather, Shimmering Flats, sorry. If I make my way to the Shimmering Flats, even the stuff over there is not going to be green. It's all going to be yellow stuff where we're fighting level 30 to level 34 enemies. We're just kind of hitting that part of the game. Yeah, we did a bunch of level hopping early on, and, like, it doesn't matter. You can do Darkshore, and you can do Loch Madan, and you can do Westfall. You can do every single early game zone. And ultimately, even if you do a bunch of dungeons like we've done, you're not going to stay ahead of the leveling curve, because you just need so much more experience to level up once you hit the 30s. Because we've done everything we can to stay ahead of it, and we did not succeed. My armor is dying. Yeah. Leatrix Plus usually handles that for me, but to be fair, I haven't talked to a person that can repair for a little while, so yeah, next time we're back in town, I'll go out of my way to talk to the dude that can actually repair us. Yeah, we did a bunch of dungeons when we were at level with them. Granted, we didn't do a bunch of SFK. That's true. I feel like ultimately all that's going to help is like Scarlet Monastery stuff and getting rested XP. Probably getting rested XP before going into Scarlet Monastery stuff is probably going to be what helps us. It would be cool if you were an engineer or a blacksmith, you should be able to repair your own armor. Or even if you're a leather worker and you wear leather armor, like I feel like if you craft a type of armor, you should be able to repair that armor. That would be a cool thing to be able to do. Alex, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I've never understood why they can't repair their own gear, and I've never understood why they can't break, like, old gear down into components. Like, why can't I, as a tailor, why can't I dismantle, like, my old robe into cloth? I'm using scraps of cloth I find off of dead enemies anyway. Why can't I break apart existing cloth, like a type of disenchant button that just, it's a disassemble. Like, a leather worker should be able to disassemble leather gear into leather parts. A blacksmith should be able to disassemble like plate gear into metals and ore, not ore, but like the bars, melt it down, you know. They should be able to deconstruct and repair. Engineers could repair it, could do anything. That's fine. That'd be one of the few perks of being an engineer. You'd probably see a lot more people running as engineers. But it would be a trade-off because then they wouldn't have access to other things. So it's all a trade-off. Classic plus wishlist. Yeah. No, well, you'll never see stuff like that. You can be assured that if you come up with like a really good random idea, that you're never gonna see it put into the game. It would be cool to see some like new or revamped professions eventually in Classic. Yeah, I think maybe one day they would revamp professions in Classic Plus or kind of like tweak them a little bit. But I don't think you would see like anything super cool like what we're talking about. But maybe some kind of refresh or revamp would be on the table. In 6 years from now, when they realize it's going to be profitable to make Classic Plus content, you know. They don't exactly like think or move very quickly. So it'd probably be about 6 years. Archaeology needs a revamp. They've been like low-key promising revamps to archaeology for a long time. Archaeology is why they gave up on introducing like new professions and stuff. It's just like for some reason they couldn't make it work. They couldn't make it interesting. I don't think they ever had like the bandwidth or the desire to do it. It sounded like such a cool idea when it first came out, but I think it ended up being pretty lame, didn't it? Retail is super dead, and Wrath has 10 players. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. 10 players is pretty good for Wrath to have at this point. Retail is pretty dead. Retail's dead for like people that have not been playing retail non-stop since BFA. If you've been playing retail non-stop since BFA, then like to you, retail is great. If you're a retail person who's been stuck to retail since BFA or before, then like retail's in the best place it's ever been. Because if you're that person, then you don't even care that no one else is playing the game, you know? Because you're either playing it by yourself or you've had a really good guild around you. I'm gonna wait for him to come back, which he inevitably will. But yeah, I mean, I think like Dragonflight is dead in the sense that they are not doing a 10.3 patch. Like whenever an expansion does not do 3 patches, that tells you that something has gone really, really wrong. And they don't want to spend further money on development. They'd rather rush out the next thing. Yeah, expansions are the easiest way for them to make money. When they could just crank out expansion after expansion and charge you 50, 60, 70 bucks per edition, and then on top of that, they get to add a bunch of stuff to the store every time they do an expansion. You get a bunch of new store mounts. You get a bunch of new, like, store transmog. It's like, it's not even that Blizz wants it. It's like, that's what the shareholders want the company to do. And the only ultimatum for a corporation is to make shareholders money. And so when the only thing that you're allowed to do is make shareholders money, you get into a situation where you just have to crank out paid expansion after paid expansion after paid expansion. You know? Whether you want to or not, if you want to keep developing the game, you don't have a choice. And so yeah, when Dragonflight playership is way, way down, the shareholders are looking at those 200 new jobs, and they're like, wait. We gave you money for 200 new jobs, and you're telling me playership is down? Since Shadowlands, the worst expansion in the history of the game, playership is down beneath that? Cancel everything. Scrap everything. And so if there was ever going to be a 10.3, there's not going to be now. They're going to have to wrap up everything by 10.27. The entire story of Dragonflight will be wrapped up. Whatever that means these days. If any, for the 3 people who give a crap about what's going on in the story will be wrapped up by 10.2.7. It's hard to do. It's hard to have multiple bad expansions in a row. Like BFA kind of went sideways. I feel like a lot of people started to bounce off the game in BFA, and then Shadowlands continued the trend of just kind of being awful. And when you have 2 expansions like in a row that just aren't really great, it's hard to convince people to come back. Especially like, okay, so Dragonflight is better than Shadowlands. It's possibly even better than BFA, but like it doesn't matter. Nobody cares, you know. That's kind of what happened. It wasn't that the game was bad, it's just that nobody cares about it. And it doesn't, for like people that haven't been playing retail, Dragonflight didn't offer like any reason for those people to come back and keep playing. Like if you haven't already been super invested in retail, like Dragonflight did nothing to convince you to come back and keep playing. You probably came back, you probably played through the campaign like I did, and then you peaced out. Why was Shadowlands bad? The story was awful. The lore went into a direction that was detestable. It didn't have any content. No content ever came out for it. By the time 9.1 came out, 9.1 was so stupid and empty. But by then it had been so long since any new content had come out. Like, it was just a really bad expansion. There was a lack of content. People did not like the content that did exist. the story and lore took a wackadoo turn, and like basically they retconned everything that had ever happened in the game up to that point. And they said it was the plan of a made-up villain who was just really awful and never had any true motivations. Yeah, it was just a culmination of like shitty storytelling that had been happening since like the end of Legion all the way through BFA. You can thank Afrosabi and Steve Denuser for basically tanking the lore, story, and setting of World of Warcraft and turning them into garbage. And then in Dragonflight, you can thank all the Disney kids that now work for Blizzard for making WoW into a Disney movie. So, yeah. Disney movies are lit. Yeah, I'm sure good ones are. But you know what's not lit is when a bunch of Disney kids try to turn Warcraft into a Disney movie. Nobody wants that. But that's what happened anyway. It became Disney's Dragons. And like people who like Warcraft don't really want that to be Warcraft. And I think and they know that now. That's why Metzen's back. That's why Metzen is now executive creative director for the game, because they realize like these people can't make Warcraft. They thought they were making Warcraft. They're like, no, we made a good Warcraft, right? And then we're like, no, you made a good Disney movie. And not even a good Disney. You made like a C+ Disney movie. But you didn't make a good Warcraft. So here's Metzen. He's back. Do what he says from now on. Hey, if they want both those Naga, they can have them. I'm not that attached. A straight to DVD sequel? Yeah, that makes sense. Basically, exactly what it is. Johnny, good afternoon, man. Is your rogue still alive? Have you recovered from last night? See, this is the problem. When there's no classic news, we just end up talking about retail. Yeah, and then I get a bunch of comments on the YouTube about how negative my streams are because I express my opinion about how retail is not good. It was really fun. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't die. That made it a lot more fun. The fact that it was such a close call was very exciting. I don't want to replicate it anytime soon, but it was a good time. Still never got the gold schedule, but hey, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I can't believe we killed like what, like maybe 200 or 300 gnolls and like the gold schedule didn't drop. It really makes me think it was some kind of bug. And I know people said it wasn't the fact that I was a night elf, but like I'm not so sure. We killed an unholy number of gnolls for the schedule to never drop. I've gone there by myself and I've farmed for like 10 or 12 minutes and gotten it to drop multiple times. I've never had a problem like getting it to drop before I was burnt out of killing the gnolls, but even killing camp after camp after camp, like I was burned out and we still hadn't gotten it. I think it was bugged out. Do I have any character at 60 in classic? In classic, no, not classic era. Now I don't know if we're talking about retail or or classic. No, I haven't gotten a hardcore character to classic to 60 yet. We got a Paladin on Bloodsail Buccaneers to level 47. And then he got so tedious that I had to shelf him. He didn't die though. Now this is the highest we've gotten in official hardcore. In official hardcore, every level we get on this character is the highest level we've been. We're done here. Let's go back to town. I do need to repair. Some of my gear is breaking. And then maybe we'll go after the turtles, assuming they don't hit like super hard. You lost your 40 pally to alt tabbing out. You can't look away. You can't look away even if your eyes are bleeding. That's why you gotta have 6 monitors, man.
Can I help you?
You gotta have 6 monitors so you don't have to ever like tab out of the game.
See you around. See you later.
Let's pop all the clams open. Let's go find the repair guy. Right on, Alex. I think we're good for now. I think I'm gonna go after the turtles. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go after the footpads. I might wait on that. Yeah, I don't know how much I'm gonna do here. Eventually, we'll probably head back to Stranglethorn. But yeah, we just don't have any green quests to do. I'm just trying to continue making some kind of like steady progress, despite the fact that we don't have any green quests.
Have a good one.
Even the Shimmering Flats stuff isn't going to be green though. Like Shimmering Flats it's going to be the same level as all the stuff we have right now. Like level 31 to 35 stuff. Eventually I'll get there. But if it was all green, I'd be like in more of a rush. Maybe by level like 35.
Can I help you?
It'll be greener. Desolus, yeah, it's same thing there. Like there's some stuff we can do in Desolus, but it's not going to be green quest. Like the only thing we could do in Desolus is we could probably farm the centaurs for the centaur rep, but even that I'd probably want to be like level 35 or 36 so that they'd all be green. Let's go kill some turtles and we'll just kind of play it by ear. Right now it doesn't really matter as long as we're still making progress. Eventually we're going to run a bunch of Scarlet Monastery, and that's probably going to push us like back ahead of the curve. Ah yes, the Elite Dragon. Yeah, I saw him last time I was here. And it was the first time that I'd ever seen him. It looks like somebody just killed every single turtle. I don't see corpses, so I'm assuming we're due for respawns. Yeah, the one quest does rely on somebody spawning inside the town. I've only had it happen to me once, and since I didn't know what the heck was happening, I ran away from it and I leashed them. Because they spawned and I had no idea why. And so the one opportunity I ever had to like get that quest, I ran away from them. But yeah, I think it's like a random, or maybe it's on a timer, I don't know. At first I thought it was like you turn in one quest and then that spawns them in, but I don't think that's what it is. They are level 38 to 40. Oh, okay. Then maybe that's why I ran away the time I saw them spawn in. So basically, I mean, your choices are like hope that it happens or stand there and wait till it does. Which, like, those choices are not the greatest. What do we got here? An Orc Warrior level 32. Okay. Well, we know what our competition is now. I probably can't go too much further. I mean, eventually there will be Elite Dragon action. Johnny, have a good day, man. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, let's turn back around. I don't know what's going on with the spawn rate. I don't know why there just aren't any turtles, but I know that continuing to go this way is going to get us closer to an elite dragon who could potentially kill us. Oh, there we go. I guess maybe they'll start, now that I've complained about it, maybe they'll start respawning. Yeah, Shizuma, I've only saw him once. I think maybe he's a rare spawn, maybe he's not there all the time, I'm not sure, but I did see him one time. And when I saw him, he was chasing down another player, so... Yeah, we have a chance to go that way and be fine, but I'm just not gonna risk it. In 20 years of playing the game, I've only ever seen him the one time, so... Oh, you know, it was maintenance day So I guess that means my scrolling combat text is turned off. Yeah, every effing maintenance day, man. Every effing maintenance day, it disables my floating combat text. I don't understand why it has to do this. Did it change anything else? Let's see. Sometimes it'll reset my render scale back to 100%. That's really annoying too. But yeah, every single patch, or not even patch, every maintenance day, it turns off my floating combat text. Yeah, they're a multi-dollar company. They can't afford to fix the problem. There is no problem. It's a feature, not a bug. Yeah, it's not just you. No, it probably happens to every single person. Unless you're using an add-on that handles floating combat text for you. If you're using in-game floating combat text, I guarantee it just reset. It turns everybody's off every single time they maintenance. Yeah, it's so, and then it takes me a while to realize why I'm not seeing my auras fade and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, my scrolling combat text is disabled. Fun times. And they don't care, you know. No, they don't even know about it. If they had anybody on the classic team that played their own game, then they'd be like, oh my god, this is really annoying. But they don't have anybody that plays the game every day. They're too busy being artists or going on nature walks and shit to play the game, so... Why would they know about it? At least they're not unchecking auto loot. Yeah, fair. It could be worse. They could disable auto loot every single time. Don't give them any ideas. Yeah, we're almost at 34. If there were more enemies to fight around here, we'd probably already have it. But like the stuff to the side of the river is not worth experience. Oh, this guy is. Yeah, there's not a lot of stuff to fight. And there's not a lot of turtles. It's kind of slow going. Well, maybe we'll fight some of these guys for a minute while the turtles respawn. The turtles are always slow going. Touché. That's what you like to see, a player with a pack of bears running straight at you. So it's always what you love to see in hardcore. Agent Dad, good evening to you. I am doing great, thanks for asking. Hillsbred finally? Yeah, there's not like a ton of stuff for the Alliance here. And the problem is like, while Horde players get to come here at like level 23 to 25, Alliance players don't get to come here until like level 35. It's kind of one of those zones where like there's definitely more to do here as a Horde player than there is as an Alliance player. I think Arathi's still a little bit out of our level range. There's probably some stuff we could manage. Yeah, like Northfold Manor we could do. The Syndicate Highwayman. Yeah, we could do that. That's about the only thing I would want to do in Arathi right now. Everything else is a bit higher level. Same thing with Arathi. There's not a lot for the Alliance to do. There's more for the Horde to do in Arathi as well. But we might go there to do Northfold Manor. That's a good idea. Level 31, so it's lower than anything else we have going on besides Soothing Turtle Bisque. Yeah, we should do the elite quest in Arathi. Yeah, well, not anytime soon. Eventually we should do the elite. Same thing there. I feel like the horde has better quests. I think we're done with Ashenvale. We got some stuff going on in Stranglethorn. We got a few places we can be. We have lots of places we can quest. We just don't have any place that's going to give us green quest. Yeah, like finding yellow quest right now is not really a problem. We can find yellow quest here and there and everywhere. But nothing at a super low level. I think eventually, like, I probably will make my way out to the Shimmering Flats. Like, level 34 would be a good time to be in the Shimmering Flats. The thing about it is, like, once you're in the Shimmering Flats, like, you're there for a little while. You're there for a little while, and ideally, I would like to be able to go there and do everything. I don't want to go there and do half of it and have to come back later. Like, I'd like to be at a level to go there and do all of it, and then not really have to worry about going back. Why did I switch to a two-hander? Just for a while. I wanted to change it up a little bit. When we have 25 gold, I'm going to be buying the next one-hander. Basically, the one-hander we had was getting a little dated. I couldn't really afford, like, the next one-hander yet. So I spent a little bit of gold on a two-hander. It's a pretty decent weapon. For 6 gold, it was pretty decent. Yeah. But I am looking forward to getting back to a one-hander and shield type of situation eventually. Oh man, all these guys farming out these turtles. We 4 more to go. We just gotta get through this one. Insane druids and satyrs in Ashenvale? Yeah, maybe. I hate having to go over to Kalimdor. It's such a hassle to get over there and to do anything. I'm gonna have to run through the Barrens. I don't even know how I'm gonna do that. I guess I'm gonna have to go into Stone Talon, and I'm gonna have to run out through Stone Talon, maybe, but I feel like there's a horde outpost, like, even if I run out from Stone Talon, so I don't really know. This guy's gonna charge in on this long before I get in range to do anything with it. Yeah, I don't enjoy Kalimdor questing on the Alliance. I really don't. Forsaken diseases, fine, no, there's nothing, yeah. No, there's nothing for me here. If I'm not seeing it on the map, that means it's a low-level quest. If I were on the Horde side, then yeah, I'd have satyrs to kill, I'd have demons to kill. On the Horde side, I would probably have stuff to do there at this level. Alliance does get shafted on Kalimdor. Mainly, it's just a pain. It's a pain to get anywhere. I should probably make my way down to Booty Bay, and I should just take the boat to Ratchet. I really don't feel like running through the Barrens and running through Stone Talon. My wife has delivered me a delicious looking club sandwich, and I'm probably gonna have to eat this bad boy pretty soon. I would like to finish this quest up. That would be ideal. This guy's gonna take both these turtles. Oh, F you. 1 more meat, 7 turtles to kill. Yeah. I hope it drops off of this guy. It didn't. Eventually we'll get it. It's fine. I think it stopped raining because we came into it. Yeah, look, we're technically in the hinterlands now, or something. We're not even in Hillsbred anymore. We're technically, where are we? I think we're in the hinterlands. I don't know, or Alterac. We're in Alterac. Yeah, we're not even in the same area anymore. The dragon's up here somewhere. Like, he's gonna come ruin our day. I don't know exactly where he's at, but... There are a lot of turtles up here. That's true. Justin, what have you missed? Nothing, man. You just turtle farming. We've just been killing turtles for like way too long. They're refusing to drop the last piece of meat that we need. I have a club sandwich that I need to eat. It's sitting here looking at me and taunting me. So that has to happen soon. And then, like, after this, I don't really know what we're gonna do next. I'm getting close to Terran Mill, am I? No. Really? Alright, we're getting green items, but no meat. Doesn't my club sandwich have any turtle meat on it? But no, but the more we talk about meat, the more I want to eat my sandwich. Can I explain what's on the sandwich? No. It's classified. Oh my god. I think it's bugged. Maybe these guys don't actually drop it, you know. Maybe it's a Questie bug. Where am I even going? Where am I gonna end up? I should go grab the Chillwind flight point. Not that I need it. Oh my god, we finally got it. I just had to run almost entirely into the Plaguelands to get it. Alright, let's get out of here. Yeah, I haven't been skinning them. I have like zoned out. I'm pretty hungry, to be fair. Usually, like, after my workout, I usually eat a little bit before the stream, but I didn't eat. I did a protein shake and then I had a piece of rye bread. And besides that, I've had Cheerios earlier this morning. So yeah, I've done a walk and a workout, and I haven't really eaten enough food. And so, like, my brain is kind of shutting down. So yeah, I haven't been skinning. I've just been I've been looking for turtle meat to pop up so I can be done. Yeah. What did I do today? Legs and shoulders. Yep. Squats, lunges, calf raises, shoulder presses, lateral raises, shrugs. I agree. Thoughts on Witcher 3? That's random. It was a good game. It's still a good game to this day. Yeah. Like 6 months ago, I got to watch my wife beat The Witcher 3. It was like a 100-hour campaign, and I didn't have to press any of the buttons. So that was fun. Now we have to run all the way back, which is quite a run, and I don't really know what we're gonna do next. Amy, stop talking about your sandwich. It's not appropriate for the stream. Especially when I can't eat mine. Well, I'm gonna eat next, yeah. I'm just trying to decide what I'm gonna do in the game next. Maybe I won't be able to make that choice until after I've eaten. There's like a small part of like going into starvation state where like you feel more alert. Where like if you don't eat for a while and you kind of like interval fast, there's like a small window where like you actually feel more alert and like more conscious and like more thoughtful. But then like as soon as I like pass that point, as soon as I peak on like on the interval fast, it's a quick descent into madness. And that's where we're going next. I am hangry. I am getting hangry. I'm getting low-key hangry, which is where I just kind of lose all of my energy or motivation for life. Carnifexia, good evening. Thanks for being here. No, I'm kind of trying to decide what I want to do next. I don't want to go to the Shimmering Flats. I feel like I'm gonna have to make that run on my own. I don't think I want to do that run on the stream. Unless we go to Booty Bay and we take the boat from Booty Bay to Ratchet, then maybe I would do the run. If I have to go from like Darkshore to Astronar, through Stone Talon, through the Barrens, to the Great Lit, if I have to do all that, that's so boring. Like I'll just do that by myself if I have to do it that way. I'm not sure if it's safe for us to try to get down to Booty Bay yet. There are some angry gorillas that hang out at like level 40 down there. And I kind of worry about them coming and smacking us around a bit. Scarlet Graveyard. Yeah, there's nothing decent in Scarlet Graveyard. I don't really want to waste my time going to Scarlet Monastery until we can do Library and Armory back to back. Because keep in mind, like on the Alliance side, like I have to run from here. On the Alliance side, I have to run from here to get to Scarlet Monastery. It's a bit of a run. So I'm not like I'm not super excited to go like just do Graveyard, because Graveyard's over in like 5 minutes, you know. It's a really short instance, and there's not really a lot of loot involved. So, yeah. I can't handle the assassins, that's why I'm gonna hide in the inn. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break, and I'm gonna eat this sandwich, and then we will kind of see what we want to do next. Let me see. I'll say like AFK 10 minutes, and then of course that will be useless to people coming, and they won't know how long that is. It's AFK 10 minutes for lunch. I'm not showing anybody the sandwich. Nope, you don't get to see my sandwich on the stream. And the message. I will see you guys on the flip side. Yeah, I'll be back. And we're back. Wait. What do I need here? I need soothing spice. Okay. Alright, that's why we haven't dinged yet. We didn't ding because I didn't complete the quest and I didn't turn in the quest. Alright, let's take care of this.
Looking for something specific? See you later.
I did enjoy the sandwich. I enjoy also just like feeling alive. Yeah, I feel alive now. And not like my life force is slowly slipping away. Amy has so much real work to do, it's disgusting. And she's about to travel for work in October.
How are you?
Yep, real work is hard, as most of you guys know.
Have a good one.
And it takes energy from you, as well as time. Which is why I'm glad that I don't do real work. Alright, what are we doing now? Let's go to Arathi. Do we want to go to Arathi? We can do Northfold Manor, level 31 quest. It's the only level 31 quest that I see that we can do. And maybe it won't be rainy and gray and depressing. That would be cool. We hit level 34, let's take a look at talents. Okay. Choices. I think I'm just going into protection right now. Yeah, let's just keep going into protection. That'll be fine. We'll look at talents again in like 10 levels. Yeah. That's it.
With you.
Let's head over to Refuge Point.
Be careful.
And we'll go from there. I really want the Paladin to get some rested XP, but since I've been playing the Warrior, I'm trying to play the Warrior on the evening streams. So playing the Warrior in the evening means that I'm not playing the Warrior during the day. It means that the Paladin is still not really getting any rested XP. And I don't really know what to do about that. I could play more Warrior, but then that would probably be a lot of Warrior. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna go do one quest here. We're gonna do one quest here, and then I don't know what we do after that. I should change the title of the stream to reflect level 34. Boop. There we go. Now we are accurate again. I'm gonna put this one in the log just so we can keep an eye on it, so that I'm kind of reminded that we have that quest. I don't plan to really do it right now, but I will hang on to it. Let's empty out the inventory a little bit better.
Safe travels.
I want the herb. Let's see, level 33, level 33. Okay, yeah, we should be fine. Ideally, I don't fight both of them at once, but I do want the herb. How is my herbing? My herbing is not doing great. It's not great. Steven, which quest is the one you died on? The Witherbark Tusk one? Or Northfold Manor? The zone is beautiful but annoying. I like the zone. It's really short. Like there's not a ton to do here, and it's kind of a smaller zone. Alright, so for this area, I know that some of the guys hang out in stealth. Yeah, like this guy right here. He's just waiting for us to not notice him. Unfortunately for him, he's level 30 and we're level 34, so... We're just gonna go around the entire perimeter, because that's mainly where all the guys in stealth are at. Oh, this is gonna be fun. It's fine. Yeah, we're all fine here. No, Andy, it's not just you. The heart icon gets in the way of me reading stuff sometimes, and I don't know why it's there. It's like, it's the worst possible place for it to be. Sometimes when I'm trying to read something, like, you can make the window bigger. Like, all you can really do, like, I can pop out my chat window and I can resize it. But yeah, I often have the issue where that little heart icon is, like, right over a word that I'm trying to read. And, like, I can't read the word until, like, chat scrolls up unless I want to resize my window. So yeah, it's YouTube and their poor GUI. Yeah, they need a better GUI for their chat. Yeah, you could pop it out and then like resize it. I have mine popped out, but I have it the size I want it, but occasionally the heart will completely obscure a word that I'm trying to read, and I won't be able to read the word until chat scrolls up. What am I still looking for? Syndicate mercenaries. Yeah, it is in a terrible spot. It could be anywhere else. It could be down near where like the emoji icon is. It could be down where like the send button is at, the little paper airplane. Like there's a lot of like real estate for it to inhabit. And they just kind of have it in the worst place. Yeah. Maybe eventually YouTube will they'll probably mature, they'll grow up a little bit, and they'll fix some stuff eventually. It could be gone into, it could just not exist. Yeah, I feel the same way. It could just not be there. And we would all be fine with that. Yeah. Yeah, I know I'm gonna get jumped out here. It's bound to happen. Chest in the small outhouse. This little shed here. Oh, look at that. Nice. Alright, that's it. We can get out of here. And I don't think I'm going to do anything else here right now. I think knocking off the level 31 quest was pretty good. And beyond that, what is reassignment? Is that Stormwind? Yeah, Stormwind. Oh, hey there. Let's just fight you. Yeah, I'm really not sure what I want to do next. I guess we could head back to Stranglethorn. Am I gonna play the new Warcraft Rumble mobile game? I mean, I'll probably install it and like check it out, let my kid play it if he's interested in it. I don't really play games on my phone. My son likes to play a couple games on my phone. Like if we're out at a restaurant or something, or if we're sitting in the school parking lot because we got there way too early because I overcompensated for traffic. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna get like super into playing it. I don't really play mobile games. The Forsaken Courier sounds dangerous. I don't even think I have that quest. Sounds super dangerous. I think the Forsaken Courier has like 8 guys around him. I don't think it's just one guy. I think it's a handful of guys, and they might all be elites. Yeah, Tim, I know. Alex wants me to go to the Shimmering Flats too. I don't really feel like making the journey until I can get down to Booty Bay safely. When I can get down to Booty Bay safely and I can take the boat to Ratchet, then I will do Shimmering Flats. So like, yeah, probably like level 36 to 38. I think if I do the run to Booty Bay now, there's a chance that I get accosted by like level 40 gorillas. That could potentially obliterate me.
Have a good one.
my only worry. Stromguard bat. I'm not gonna take this one. Yeah, it's an elite quest. There's only 5 of them. That's still a lot.
What can I do for you?
Still a lot of dudes. Yeah. Let's go to Stormwind. We'll turn in the breadcrumb,
Have a good one.
and we'll just kind of go from there. Dustwallow, no. No. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's such a wide range. High Perch Venom. I don't even think this quest is done in Dustwallow. I think this quest is done somewhere else. What is this? High Perch Venom. I don't even know what that is. 35, 37, 36. Yeah, besides this one random level 30 quest, not really. We're not ready. And there's not a lot to do. They added a bunch of stuff to Dustwallow Marsh in Burning Crusade. So like after Burning Crusade and beyond, there's like lots of stuff to do in Dustwallow Marsh, but in vanilla, there's really not a lot to do. Yeah, well, we're just at that part of leveling. Like we have lots of yellow stuff to do. We just don't have green stuff to do. Anything I do right now is gonna have a little bit of risk associated with it. Go from Dustwallow to the Barrens. Do you think running through Dustwallow is gonna be safer than running through the Southern Stranglethorn Vale? I feel like there's still gonna be like equally stuff in Dustwallow that can kill me when if I do that run. Like, yeah, I get what you mean, like, go to Theramore. But, like, I'm pretty sure, like, that there might still be stuff that can kill me. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Dustwallow in Vanilla era. So that kind of worries me. That's why I was kind of thinking, like, just Ratchet. Because I know the Southern Barrens, I can survive the run. But I don't know if I can get down to Booty Bay yet. Probably not. Oh, I mean we could do it, but it's yeah. For some reason, I just don't want to carve out the time. I'm being really lazy about it. I don't want to travel far. I don't know why. I kind of hate doing stuff in Kalimdor on the Alliance. It's troublesome. But yeah, eventually I'll have to. I think I'm gonna go after the Curzon Jungle Fighters because that's what everybody wants me to do right now. Everyone wants me to go fight the Jungle Fighters. I'm just being particularly lazy about not wanting to run down the Thousand Needles. There's like 7 different ways I can do it, and I can't convince myself to do any of them. Also, like the Shimmering Flats, like visually, the Shimmering Flats is like the most boring place in the entire game. And I'm kind of dreading like looking at it for the 2 hours it's gonna take us. It's gonna take about 2 hours to complete all those quests. So that would probably be a good way to like start the stream. Is if I'm already in the Shimmering Flats, and then I start the stream, because it's gonna take 2 hours to do all that stuff. And once I start in on it, I want to get it all done. Because the idea of spending 2 hours staring at the Shimmering Flats is just kind of really depressing to me. It's not my favorite area. Yeah, it'll be good leveling. Like I'm gonna do it. I just have to time it correctly. Like if I do it now, by the time I get myself out there, it's gonna be 2 o'clock my time, and then at 3 o'clock my time I have a hard stop. So I'm gonna get like half of it done. And then I'm gonna have to do more tomorrow. Like when I go to the Shimmering Flats, I want to get it all done in one sitting. I don't want to get up from the PC until it's done. And then I want to be done there, and I don't want to have to quest there again. Because it's really one of my least favorite areas. It's so bright, and it's so bland. The only good thing about it is that the mob density is pretty high, so you're never really looking for stuff to kill. You always have something to fight. The closest to death we've come on this character, Obesia? I don't know. We've had a couple of close calls. Probably the Worgen in Duskwood. We got chased by some Dark Runners and some Shadow Weavers. That was the only time I had to pop a bubble and lay on hands. Yeah, that was the only time I had to pop a bubble and lay on hands. Me and Alex, I messed up a pull of Morbid Fell. Morbid Fell. I messed up a pull of Morbid Fell by not having the item equipped. So that kind of sucked, but it was, I don't think it was like a super close call. I'm gonna take myself there. Yeah, I'm gonna get there off stream, Alex. I'm either gonna do it tonight or maybe I'll do it tomorrow morning before I go on. I'm just gonna have to do it by myself. The idea of subjecting the stream to the travel, and then at the end of the travel we end up in like one of the most boring places in the game. It just doesn't appeal to me. I wish it did. Yeah, the quests are great, yeah, but the area sucks. And so I'm absolutely not excited to do it. And I'm even less excited about the travel. But yeah, I think maybe taking the boat to Theramore and running through Dustwallow, maybe that is what I will do. Because that probably will be a little bit safer than trying to get into Southern Stranglethorn at level 34. So that's what I won't die. I think if I do Theramore through Dustwallow, I probably won't die. If I'm staying on the road and I'm just taking my time with it, then there's no way that I'll die. Yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine. Famous last words. What do we have here? Why did I come here? Okay, we have a breadcrumb. We have a breadcrumb that I'm pretty sure just kind of dead ends. But I want to get it out of my log, otherwise it'll sit there forever. Hints of a new plague. I don't need to have this in my log yet either. I'm not going to do this one, so I'm just going to drop it. Oh, we hit level 34 as well, so we can probably train. Training would be good. I could spend the 4.5 gold to level up skinning. Maybe I should do that.
Need something? Safe travel.
I could go to Ratchet from Ashenvale. Yeah, I guess I'd have to sneak past the Horde base there. There's a little Horde outpost on the border of the Barrens in Ashenvale. And there's probably like a hill I could climb or like a way to get around it. Potentially. And yeah, then I'll have to run through the Barrens, and then I'll have to remember not to run right through the crossroads. Jason, that's not crazy, man. That's just being prepared. Yeah. And you get to keep your weapon skills up. Alright, let's go spend all of our gold training abilities.
What can I do for you?
Blessing of Wisdom 3, Flash of Light 3, Seal of Righteousness 5. We don't need Divine Intervention, Frost Resist Aura. Divine Shield protects the pally from all damage for 10 seconds, but increases the time between your attacks. Excuse me? Another bubble! What? How many bubbles do I need? Okay. How many bubbles do I... I'm not using Seal of Crusader ever, so... I'm not training it. 16 bubbles for you. Let's go here. Flash of Light. Holy Light 5 would be good. I don't even have anywhere to put this. Let's go here. Yeah, they give you 6 bubbles, but you can only use 1 at a time. How long is Forbearance? Does it last a minute? Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah. I mean, you can bubble through, like, for every other pull for, like, 3 pulls. Like, not back to back, but, like, every other pull. It's a lot of bubbles. I don't want to drop the gold on skinning yet. I really need to be saving up for another one-handed weapon. And, like, unless something has, like, gone onto the auction house for, like, really, really cheap, then I'm still far away. Let's go have a little peek at the auction house. That's pretty good for level 40. Obviously doesn't really help us yet. Midnight Mace. Plus 1 to 10 damage and shadow resist. Oh. Deadwood Sledge. 62 top end with stamina and spirit. This has 60 top end with frickin' spirit and strength on it. 18.4. 28 DPS. Oh, that's neat looking. Yeah, there's really not a lot, I guess. I could try different. Other weapon types tend to be more expensive than maces. Chance on hit to poison. 60 top end, 18. 83 top end at 26. That's actually not bad. Not bad. I don't have the 12 gold for it, but it's not bad. Curved Blade of the Ripper is selling for cheap. 5 gold. I feel like I should just grab that. Steel Claw Reaver, Agility and Stam, Stalvin's Reaper. What do we think about these? What do we think about these? Agility and Stam, okay. I kind of like... I kind of like the slow one, right? It's better than my other one-hander. It would let us go back to using a shield. There's maces, but nothing I can afford. I don't think a green is going to be better than the blue that we have, though. Like, of the whale, 78 and 21 DPS. I'm just gonna wait. I'm really like indecisive right now, and I shouldn't spend any gold when I'm feeling so indecisive. I'd probably need a new shield. Well, yeah, I can't afford it then. Our tanking days are done. Rip tanking, rip one-hander and shield, rip. It's all two-handers from here on out, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, we don't have a flight point to Stranglethorn. That's right. We don't have a Stranglethorn flight point. Oh my god. Okay. Fine. I have the SFK shield. Yeah. I'm still rocking the commander's crest. Yeah, exactly, Indy. I'm gonna have to figure out how to actually let this character get rested XP. That's gonna be a big deal. It's gonna be a big deal pretty soon. I'm gonna have to figure it out. The problem is that I want to play the game too much. The problem is that I want to be able to play in the evenings too. And so now, like, instead of having the warrior to play like every other day, now I'm playing the warrior in the evening. Because I just want to play more, and I want to play the warrior more. So now I'm trying hard to have like more evening streams where I can do that. Which means that I'm not playing the warrior during the day, which means that the paladin's not sitting at all. Which means we're not getting any rested. Except 3 characters! Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to do. I know some of you guys run a bunch of different characters at once. Kind of like alternate between them. Yeah, the weird thing, I'm in a weird spot with the recorded stuff, Sven. Yeah, YouTube has been very weird. Basically, the only time I can drop a recorded video and have it do well anymore is on a day that I don't stream. And the only day that I don't stream right now is typically on Sundays. So like the only time I can drop a recorded video and have YouTube not punish the shit out of it is on a day I don't stream. And yeah, I don't know. It feels like I've been streaming so much that like YouTube is now like, it's now thinking about my channel as a mainly like a streaming channel. And so it doesn't feel like I find new people with the videos. It doesn't feel like the algorithm really shows people the recorded stuff anymore. I've gotten into like kind of a strange place with it. I've thought about in the future shifting the recorded immersive stuff over to my second channel. Like my barely existent second channel. Because of like how poorly the recorded stuff has been doing recently. It could just be an overall lack of interest. You know, it could have less to do with the algorithm than I think. But that's really what it seems like. For sure, if I put out a video on a day that I streamed, it doesn't get shown to anybody. And then not only does that video do poorly, but what happens on YouTube is like if you put out a video that does poorly, it's not just that video that suffers, it's all of your content that suffers after that. Oh, Bessie, is YouTube somewhat lucrative? No. I'd say go with an OnlyFans. It takes a long time to get any kind of YouTube channel like off the ground, as far as like if you're trying to approach it from that standpoint. And you like, let me say this, like you can't go into YouTube trying to make money off of it. Because if your objective is to make money off of YouTube, you're gonna get disheartened and quit long before you're making any kind of money. You really have to be doing it because you love doing it. And then what happens is if you're consistent with it for long enough, you will start making pennies. You'll start making pennies off of it. But you really have to be consistent for a long time. And so like when you approach it from the standpoint of like trying to make money off of it, it's so hard, I think, for people to like stick with it, because there's such a long time when like you're not. I think I was doing the channel for 2 years before the channel was even monetized. And once you first get monetized, you're making like pennies a week, you know? Literal dollars a month. That's just been my experience. Other people can have different... someone could start a YouTube channel and it could really pop off, and they could probably be making money like really fast. My channel was started a little bit slower. So don't quit your day job. Yeah. Alex, now you sound like my wife. Alex says, you need to be more active on social media. Maybe you get more people that way. Yeah, you sound... that's exactly something Amy would say to me. You're not wrong. Like, she's right about everything she says, so you're not wrong. I'm just not really a big social media person. Vika Games, I don't have a job. Like, I don't have a job in the way that you mean. I lost my job before 2020, like right before 2020 happened. I'd been with the company for over 10 years. I was a corporate training and developer for 8 years. And then one day my job ceased to exist. And after giving the company 10 years and just getting thrown out on my ass, I just decided that I wasn't going to do that again. And I was lucky enough to be in a position where I had the time that it took to build this into something. And I make half as much money doing this as I did at my job. Yeah, I was a corporate training developer, and I make half as much money doing this, and I'm just lucky enough that that's okay. I'm lucky enough that for our lifestyle, and because my wife has an awesome job that she loves, I'm lucky enough that what I do is okay. I don't know where the boat is to Theramore. Is it on this other dock? It must be this one right here. Yeah, I do need to start maybe posting on Twitter when I'm going live and stuff like that. Man, I hate social media though. I hate social media. Yeah, Indy, exactly. Yeah, you're right. And more to the point, like I just decided that I was not gonna do that again. Like I'm not gonna give a company 10 more years of my life, develop all those relationships and all those skills, just to have it be tossed away like it meant nothing. I'd rather just work for myself, and if it flops and it goes belly up, then I have only myself to blame, and I'll just know I did the best that I could. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, once you do make money on YouTube, it has the potential to grow. Like, you can grow it. And yeah, when you're in a normal job, your capacity to grow is capped. Like, your capacity to grow is capped by what your job is, what kind of field you're in, what kind of experience you have. You're just kind of capped out. Whereas, like, in anything where you work for yourself, you can produce more. You can have more of an output. You can find ways to be more efficient. You can do more. And you always feel like you're doing more when you're working for yourself. When you're working for somebody else, it's easy to burn out when you work for somebody else because you don't feel like you have agency over what happens to you. Like when you work for a company, it's like you don't feel like you have agency to control what happens to you. And so it's easy to get burned out of a job even when you're not doing really like a lot of work, because burnout happens a lot to people when they just don't feel like their inputs have any like output that they can control. Whereas when you work for yourself, like you can more easily see directly how your inputs create an output, and it can give you more of a sense of agency over your life and over your finances and stuff like that, depending on what it is you're doing that you work for yourself. Yeah, Vika, you have to be proud for every milestone. Like it's all a step along the way. It takes a long time to build it up. It takes a long time, and sometimes it takes a little bit of luck. But a lot of what it takes is just persistence. If you're persistent with it, and you're diligent with it, and you're consistent, it's just like it can happen over time. But I would always advise anybody trying to get into YouTube or into streaming, like don't do it like trying to make money. Do it because it's something that you want to do. Put your heart into it, be consistent with it, and let it grow and let it become whatever it's going to become. Yeah, Alex, burnout sucks. And there's no... Once you're burned out, like, time is literally the only thing that can fix it, and it doesn't always fix it. Like, once you are burned out, it's like... It's hard to get remotivated in the same way. All right, here we go. Let's let's think about this. We should be okay. We're gonna be okay. High perch venom. Can someone explain this to me? Is this a stone talon quest? No. Yeah, a lot of people get burned out on their job and they don't have another option. You know, you have to keep doing it. But you know, before I lost my job, I was getting kind of burned out. I was doing a lot of travel that I didn't want to be doing. There didn't seem to be an alternative to the travel. I had to let hobbies go. Like, I had to stop raiding in WoW. I had to stop hanging out with friends. Like, there was a bunch of stuff that I could no longer do because the traveling aspect of my job was like growing and growing and growing. And it didn't seem like, and this was right before 2020, which is hilarious because like if I had stuck around a little bit more, 2020 would have happened. Everything would have went to work from home. All the classes that I traveled around the country to teach half of the year, all that shit would have been virtual. I never would have had to leave my house. If I had made it into 2020, then like I probably could have not been burned out because everything would have been what I wanted. I remember one of the last conversations I had with my boss was me telling her how I didn't really want to travel anymore. It was me telling her how I was pretty sure we were going to relocate back to Michigan and I wanted to work remotely. And I remember her writing stuff down in her little notebook, and afterwards I thought, damn, that was the conversation that probably made the decision so that they would end my job, so that my job would cease to exist. Is that last conversation I had with her, where basically what I asked for is exactly what happened once the pandemic happened. Everything went to work from home. All the classes were taught virtually. You didn't go in person, flying around the country half the year. Like, but everything she wrote down, so like basically she wrote, Robert doesn't want this job anymore. Robert is burned out and does not want to do the job as it is prescribed. And then months later, literal months later, 2020 happened. And then like all the things that I would have wanted from the job, that became the job. And now that's basically the same job that my wife has. It's what my job would have became had I been with that company still. Had they not let me go because I was no longer really willing to do all the travel, because I wanted to relocate back to Michigan and all that stuff. I don't know if it's ironic or absurd, but that's how it played out. The High Perch Venom is the Thousand Needles quest? Damn it. Yeah, I remember that area now. Yep. I now know exactly what area that is. Sayla, I was a corporate training developer, so half the year I wrote the curriculum and designed the learning, and then the other half I would fly around and I would train the trainers who would go on to train the agents. And back then it was all in-person learning. It was all in the classroom, stand up in front of people and teach the class. And now it's all virtual. Now every single class is virtual. Blood Moon, good afternoon. Happy Tuesday to you. I'm gonna keep checking the map over and over and over again because I'm not super familiar with Dustwallow and I'm not super comfortable here. I'm assuming that I can't just get one shot by anything, but I really don't know. There's probably like level 38 crocodiles ready to eat my face. So, yeah. Eric says, don't burn out, just start drinking. I don't think that's good advice. I don't think that's good advice. No one do what Eric said. The sad fact of it is most people burn out and start drinking. It's not an either or for a lot of people. It's a double whammy. Yeah, it's a double whammy sometimes. Usually the two get paired together. I knew it. I knew it. I knew there was level 38 guys here. Alright, this guy's probably going to aggro us. We're probably going to get aggroed at some point. If we get aggroed, I am going to bubble and I am going to keep running and we are going to hope for the best. I'm not going to run like right through a town. Okay, that's right. Weren't the towns added after Burning Crusade? Isn't there like an ogre town or a goblin town that was added in BC? I think I'm fine. I don't think I'm going to run right through a town. But I could. 37. Yeah, see? It's not like super sketch, but it's a little bit sketch. Now, I know there were a couple of questing hubs that were added in Burning Crusade. Yeah, I think we're good. That was... now, we didn't unveil any of the map, which kind of sucks. But I think we're going to actually be fine. This was the way to go, Alex. So you were right about this being like the preferable way. And like, look, we didn't even need the escort. I think we're fine. Even if the level 38 got to me, like, I'd bubble, I'd be okay. It's definitely much safer than trying to get through Southern Stranglethorn Vale. Because there are like level 42 gorillas that would probably aggro me. So yeah, hey, we're good. And then... do I need to do anything here? Or is that a quest I would have picked up? I probably would have picked that up back in town, I guess. Shady Rest Inn. Yeah, I didn't pick up anything back in town, to be fair. I could have. It would have been super smart. I don't think I can grab the items without the quest. Yeah, I think I need the quest to grab the items. Yeah, see, I can't click on any of these. Yeah, I need to have grabbed a quest, I think. It's fine. I'm not in a hurry to do it. Okay, what do I need to be worried about at the Great Lift? Is there anything... like, there are a couple of Horde NPCs. So if I get onto the lift, they're not going to follow me, right? Is that how it works? Kate, good afternoon. Thanks for stopping by. Bubble and jump. I'm not bubbling and jumping. I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. Don't use the wrong bubble though. No, I will if I do that, yeah. The one on the left is neutral, okay. Yeah, I know they can't follow me onto the lift. So I would rather bubble and let the mob hit me for a minute than try to risk it with a bubble jump. Yeah, we're not the bubble jumpers. So I don't think I'm gonna bubble jump. I need to worry about the ones at free win post. I'm gonna try to like be pretty wide of free win post. We'll try. Yeah, we'll try to just not to be too close. I like bubble jumping in not hardcore. Like I'm just too scared to risk it in hardcore. I don't know what could go wrong. I don't think I've never messed up a bubble jump before. But if it could go wrong, it will go wrong in hardcore. So I'm just like, I don't want to risk it. In like any normal mode of the game, I do it all the time. But yeah, not here, not today. Grab the Feralist flight point? Yep, that's a good call. Yeah, Murphy's Law. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. Ah, yeah, see, yeah, he is neutral. Look at that. And this guy's only level 25. I could kill him anyway. I would then have to hide for 5 minutes, but I could kill him. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. Deep breath. Nobody, don't touch anything. Nobody touch their keyboard. We made it. The only problem is like this flight point over here is it's not going to connect to anything. I highly doubt I'm going to have a connector. You know, eventually it'll connect us to Gadgekstan. But since I don't have the Ratchet flight point, I don't have the Azara flight point, I don't have the Stone Talon flight point, I'm pretty sure that this flight point is not going to connect to anything at all. The only flight points I have the Astronar flight point, and I have the Aberdeen flight point. There's a dead guy with a letter. I thought it was a scout. I thought it was a I thought it was a scout that ran through that you had to kill. Maybe that's the Horde one. Was he there on the ground? I didn't see him. I didn't see anything. It's some kind of elite quest. Stolly, good morning, man. Thanks for being here.
What brings you here?
Oh, snap. Oh, it connects. Oh my gosh. I did not think any of it was going to connect. That's cool. Okay. I appreciate that.
May the stars guide you.
And now we make the long run to the Shimmering Flats, where, unsurprisingly, it's completely flat. It has a nice shimmer to it, though. That's true. Exactly. Where do you rest in the Shimmering Flats? There's no inns. You have to run down to Gadgekstan. Yeah, you just do a short run down into Tannerus, and you can go to the Goblin Town there, Gadgekstan. You can hop into the inn. That's what we'll end up doing while we're doing stuff in the Shimmering Flats. It's not like super close, but it's not really far away either. And yes, I'm gonna fight stuff the entire way there. That's happening. Now, one time I was accosted by a patrol. There was like, I don't know if it was an elite hyena, but there was like a pack of hyenas or something that like crept up on me. I don't remember what character it was, but I'm pretty sure it was like, maybe it was the hardcore druid we did back in the day on Bloodsail. I can't remember who it was, but I got crept up on by a pack. I'm kind of hoping that doesn't happen again. Oh, yeah, that's probably what it is, Stolly. It's probably Steel Snap. He's a yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Stolly knows exactly what I'm talking about. I got crept up on by him once. I think it was on the druid, and it's this area that he did it. It was down here. It's probably gonna happen again. It happened here. Yeah, I remember being here doing the run to Shimmering Flats. I was doing a similar thing where I was running along this southern wall, and I thought, you know, no big deal, I'll just fight stuff, and then suddenly behind me was a pack of 3. Yeah, so I'm just kind of hoping that doesn't happen again. Here's the high perch area. If I had grabbed that high perch quest, I could be doing that right now. I didn't grab it, so yeah. He wasn't elite? Okay, right on. It was 3 of them, though. It was kind of scary. Yeah, I think I will grab the quest. We'll just have to. We'll go to Gadgekstan eventually. We can fly from Gadgekstan back to Theramore. We'll grab the quest in Theramore, and then we'll fly out to that Feralus flight point. So we'll be able to do it. Just not as conveniently as if I had just grabbed the quest to begin with. Yeah, we did make the journey. Yep, finally I got convinced to make the journey after feeling very, like, angsty about anything anywhere else. Like, I was feeling very undecided. So, yeah, here we are. Should be okay. We didn't have a lot of better options. And like no matter where what happened was I realized that I had no flight points in the Stranglethorn anyway. So even going back to Stranglethorn was not going to be simple. I was going to have to run from Darkshire. And that thought like really annoyed me. So we ended up doing this. I wish they would put the flight point in at the Rebel camp. Like in Wrath of the Lich King, you have the Alliance flight point at the Rebel. They need to put that in. Like, it's really not fair that the Horde have a flight point at the Gromgol base camp and they have a flight point in Booty Bay. It's since you have to spend a lot of time in Stranglethorn on both factions, it's really not okay that the Alliance doesn't have a flight point somewhere in Northern Stranglethorn. It just seems like pointlessly punishing to have to make the run from Darkshire every time. So yeah. Yeah, we'll go down to Gadgekstan to get the flight point and to get rested and to like rest at the inn. Yeah. What's going on here? I don't like how they're like hanging out with each other. Most of the stuff in Dustwallow is like level 38. I think with the Badlands, like, same level. I think around level 38 or so we should be able to go to the Badlands. Would I play a Tauren again someday? It's very unlikely. I think I've Taurened myself out. What happened was I realized that because of like how large the Tauren are, that when they move, they look like they're moving through water. They look like it's like when you go to the bottom of a pool and you like try to run, you know? That's what it looks like when you're running on a Tauren. Because when you have a race that's like 2 feet taller than every other race, but they have to move at the same speed as every other race, they just have to look slowed down. And it's like, it's one of those things that once you notice it, you never unnotice it. And if you're a person that it bothers, it never stops bothering you. And so that's what happened with me and the Tauren. Is that I realized that they move like they're running through molasses. And they don't fit in some doorways. And that's kind of weird too. And I think I'm kind of becoming an Alliance Andy. On top of everything else. See what I mean? Yeah, like, and that's what happens when you make every race move at the same speed. The tall races are gonna seem like they're moving more slowly, even though they're not. Like, even when they're on their mount is so big, like, even on the mount they look like they're moving slower than everybody else, and they're not, they're moving the same speed. But it's like a human perception thing. Your brain tells you that because they're bigger, they should be moving faster than they are. That's what it is. Like, you just realize naturally this thing should be taking longer strides, they should be moving faster than they are, and they're not. Gnome should be slower as a punishment for picking a gnome. Yeah, if you're a shorter race, you're probably gonna move a little bit more slowly, like than someone who's much taller and has bigger strides. But since the game has to all be equal, you get some weirdness. You get some weirdness. We just ran through a cat that was in stealth and he did not aggro us. Pretty weird. We'll run down to Gadgekstan and we'll probably, well, maybe we won't set the Hearthstone. But we can run down there and vendor. And I think there might be a vendor in Shimmering Flats, so we might have access to a vendor. But if we don't, we'll just run down and we'll find one in Gadgekstan. Mike, take care, man. We'll see you next time. I should probably start holding on to the of the bear mail stuff, and I should be sending this over to the warrior. That would be a good idea. I'll get alt exhaustion if I start looking for gear for multiple characters. Yeah, but if it's just the warrior, then I'll be fine. If I was trying to look for gear for like the warrior, the rogue, the priest, yeah, then I'd get burned out of it. But if I'm just targeting stuff for the warrior, then that should be okay. We'll see. We'll see if I remember to mail it off. It's level 23, so she won't be able to use it for a little bit. I could probably just send it to the bank alt, would be better. Alright, we are going to grab all of the quests here, but then we are going to go down to Gadgekstan. I want to grab the flight point. I'm contemplating setting my bind point there, but I don't think so. I think maybe we leave the Hearthstone set in Darkshire. That way, when we are ready to head back to Eastern Kingdoms, it's super easy to get where we're going next. Okay, this is Shimmering Flat, so this is part of Thousand Needles. If we zoom out a little bit, we are south of the Barrens, south of Dustwallow.
Greetings. Alrighty then. Need assistance? Off and away.
Here there. Be good. What's on your mind? Watch your back. Off with you.
What's up? Glad I could help.
And our quest log is full. Okay. We can probably drop some things. Let's drop... Well, I want to keep this as a benchmark. Let's drop Dirty Knucklebones. Let's see. Let's drop this one for now. That should be good.
Yo! Keep it real!
Peace, friend.
Yeah, the 20 cap on quest is not enough. I mean, I would love to have, like, I'd love to have infinite. I'd love to be able to keep as many quests as I want. But failing that, even taking us up to 25, which is where Wrath of the Lich King is at, I'm pretty sure, would be much better than 20. 20 is not enough. Not with all the zone hopping that you have to do in Classic Era. It might have been like a technical limitation once, but I mean, I think we're past that now. I'm not sure what the retail cap is. I'm pretty sure Lich King is 25. It might still be 25 to this day. Who knows? Alex says, once you hit 40, you'll wish you had 20 quests in your log. Yeah, that's true. Fair enough. Yeah, eventually we're gonna run out of quests. Yeah. But like, especially early game, you have to do so much zone hopping that it should be more. I feel like that would be like something they could do. It should be well within their means to increase it. Inventory's full. I didn't vendor. Yeah, I completely didn't vendor. Let's get ourselves down to Gadgekstan. That's all I was really trying to do. I just can't resist picking up some of these parts on the way. Luckily, the parts stack. Do they stack to 30? I don't know, but they probably stack to 20. $35 for retail? That's a lot. Yeah, see, why can't we at least have 35 then? 35 would be nice. There's not so much like music in Tannerus as there are like noises. It's more noises than music. It's kind of weird. Like, there's a little bit of music, but it's mostly noises. Alright guys, I am going to stop here for today. I want to tackle Shimmering Flats all at once like I talked about, so next time we kick off we will be in the Shimmering Flats. We will aim to do everything in the Shimmering Flats. I want to do it all in one go. I want to get it all out of the way. And after that we should be well positioned to go back into Stranglethorn and work on stuff over that way. I've had a really amazing day. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate all of the support. And I think I'll be back on this evening. I think I'll try to do an evening stream on the Warrior, so if you're interested in that, watch for that to be scheduled later on tonight. And until next time guys, take care of yourselves out in the real world, and take care of each other, and we will see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.